Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show, and the warning signs are there. And we have the CPI 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a bunch of things to cover and a whole bunch more. We'll look at the charts, of course. But before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and of course does help support the channel. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button and you will get the daily update. So, of course, the warning signs are there. What warning signs? Well, buyer beware. The number one in overvaluation across the board. We're up there with 1929, 1966, and 1999. So very interesting there. And then we have the S&P is now trading at 3.15x sales, its highest valuation in history. Let's jump over to the SPY. Now, the CPI data comes out 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You may have already be watching this, and it might be after. It might have already happened. Many of you will be watching this after as it already happened. And if it comes in cooler than expected, or as expected, or lower, then are we going to see this just continue to move to the upside for the month of August? September historically has been bearish for both crypto and stocks. Remember, we do have that inverse head and shoulders pattern that I identified for you all here, and that has been playing out beautifully to the upside. That target is up around over 700, and we don't want to see that invalidated anyway, and so we would not really want to lose that level here around about that 611, 609 level there. We would not want to lose that level on the SPY there. However, the line in the sand for me is going to be around $600. So that's what we're looking at for the SPY. And the key level that I determine the trend of, you can see the 9 EMA, this pink line on the daily, that's sitting at 633. Now, if we temporarily lost it, but we rebounded straight back above it, that's a big difference. If we were to have multiple daily closes, and this is where you can flip to the 3-day chart and see we didn't close below it. We had a dip below it. But this has guided this entire move to the upside since we broke over the 9 EMA all the way back in April. This has been a great support line with the 20 EMA, with not even losing the 20 EMA on the daily underneath there that is held as support. So if we were to lose this and have subsequent, even a weekly candle close below that, which we did not have in this case, then that would signal to me that this is a lower high here. Remember, we had this bearish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame. We absolutely must get above this to invalidate this, and that's currently sitting at $639.85. So we have a cliffhanger here. We are hanging on, waiting to see if this is going to get above this level and create a higher high and invalidate that bearish engulfing candle. Otherwise, then I would expect the 9 EMA on the daily to be lost at 633, which it's at currently. And then if we obviously lost the 20 EMA on the daily time frame, then the 9 is going to curl. Now, even though we lost the 9, because what do I say about why do I not as big a deal if we just lose it temporarily? It comes up and then it comes straight back up, and you can see on the 3-day time frame we didn't close below it. However, the 9, if it starts to curl it below the 20, then we could expect possibly a retracement back to the 619, 617 area, which is the 50-day moving average. I would expect it to come down. Now, if the numbers come in hotter than expected, I would expect there would to be a drop for both stocks and crypto, because fears would come in that the Fed would have some weapons in their armory to be able to say, hey, we're going to keep the rates the same, or maybe raise the rates come the September meeting. And they'll say, well, we told you so. The inflation has come in because of the tariffs and we were wise to wait. And that will just fuel their argument. I do think if rates do come in hotter, then we are going to see a drop off there, and we could see a very hard sell off all the way through to September for crypto, and then also for stocks. Also, we need to be careful there as well. And then I don't expect as great a response if it comes in expected as call. And the reason why is because the market is unsure about September, what the Fed is going to do in September. Now, it's heavily weighted at the moment towards there being rate cuts. And however, if inflation comes in as expected or it doesn't drop substantially, then possibly there might be a little bit of uncertainty around that. The market doesn't like uncertainty. So I'm not expecting necessarily a big pump if the inflation does come in as expected. However, if there is a significant drop below the expectation, then I could see a little bit of upside there, a little bit of a pop there. But the market is concerned that September meeting coming up and whether or not there's going to be a rate cut for sure. So everybody will be waiting for 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what those numbers will be. I've given you some targets to the upside. Obviously, we need to get above this weekly bearish engulfing candle. We really need to get to $640. That's the line in the sand. 600. We hit 640. That's going to invalidate that, and I think that can happen with some positive CPI, which we want the numbers to come in lower, and then I would be very shocked if we went up on higher inflation. I think we start to have a little bit of a cool off, and that's what we're in, a situation of a lower high at the moment currently. And so I just think that would be locked in, and then we would come down and there would be some opportunities to buy the dip there. And this would be the same with crypto. I think crypto will be hit a lot harder there, and I have updated in the Discord there in regards to that. Now, speaking of the Discord, we had some great plays yesterday in the Discord. Absolutely fantastic. We had unfortunately, we got stopped out of the Palantir. I do want to be transparent here. We got stopped out of the Palantir trade for a small loss. However, Tesla more than made up for that. Absolutely cooked yesterday. Gave that entry at about $12.61 there. And we're trading the 2x leverage ETF. Your brokerage should provide 2x leverage ETFs. If they don't, you may want to open a brokerage that does. There are links below in the description. This is a 2x leverage on Tesla. Absolutely popped from an entry down here, and off we went, and some incredible gains locked in there. And there is a new Tesla trade that I have given this morning, although lots on high alert with stop losses in case inflation data does not come in as expected. And I do want to update the Netflix trade that I gave from Sunday, the stocks on Sunday trade. That trade was still going on that trade. That's still looking good. And remember, seasonally, Netflix do have a good August, September, October. Historically, Netflix do come to the party in regards to that. And I did share, for those of you who didn't catch the stocks on Sunday, I did share that here. As you can see, that seasonality for Netflix, 20 years, August, September, and October do generally buck the trend. When this is historically a little bit down or sideways for the SPY and for crypto, Netflix seems to excel in this period. So I am playing the seasonality. The charts do look good. And if you join that Netflix trade with me on Sunday there, then currently that trade is still looking just fine there as well. So I did want to show you one fantastic success story here from Al. Thanks, Mark. This is most helpful. Thought you would know. I've been trading now for 3 weeks. First week made $78. That pays for more than a month of the Discord. Second week made $365. That pays for about 7 months of the Discord right there. And then in the third week, made $2,534. That pays for about 5 years of the Discord there, just in 3 weeks. But I can't afford it. You can't afford not to invest in yourself. Of course, with the Discord, you get the tribal trades indicator, one indicator to rule them all. And this is the indicator that gave us the beautiful entries on the SPY all the way back down in April. We got the green dot the tribal trades gave us that early entry. How do you want to know where the bottom is or close to the bottom, or where the top is or close to the top? The tribal trades indicator. Now, we do also have a red dot on the weekly time frame there. And so we are on high alert with that. Now, when we have had this red dot before there, we have seen 1, 2, 3. There was about 6 or 7 weeks before it turned around. So sometimes they take longer to play out, sometimes shorter. This one took 1, 2, 3, and within the 4th week, it had already turned around and gone back up to the upside. So the time frames that these can play out can be a number of weeks to a number of months, because this green dot, look how long this has played out, and it can both to the upside and the downside. This one fired off at the beginning of April, and we got into all those wonderful stock trades and stock plays there. So absolutely fantastic. So that comes as part of the Discord. It's a paid indicator, but you get it as part of your Discord membership there. And you get all the stock and crypto plays. We have these wonderful bots that run and give signals for bearish and bullish reversals, as well as our incredible life-changing gains trading university. You also get that as part of the Discord. And here's the amazing thing. I just make it one set fee for everything. People out there are charging additional money for their indicator, additional money for their trading course. And we have live sessions every week, 2 to 3 times a week, where I am live with the Tribal Trades family, and we do some educational, we do some trading. There are questions that you can ask during, we chart, and all these live sessions are recorded. So if you don't see them, you can watch them at a later time. And we teach leverage. And this is really important, folks. If you don't know how to trade leverage, if you don't know how to make money on the way down, we have leverage courses, and I do leverage, live leverage classes about once a month, but I have 4 to 5 pre-recorded leverage classes, so you can learn the A to Z of leverage and learn how to make money, not just on the way up, but also on the way down. And my favorite section is the wins section. Nikola Tesla, as always, crushing it there. Massive muscle, really, really good. April Parker, as always. Maddox, Jim McCauley there as well. And if you do want to sign up for the Discord, you can get signed up. There's a link below in the description of this video, just below. You might need to click the more button. That will pop out, and it's the top link in the description there. There is a wait list, okay, because we are a exclusive pro trading community. And of course, you can join the Discord. We had it open last in June, and I will open the Discord up again this year. And so you can get priority by getting on the wait list. The sooner you get on the wait list, the sooner you can get access when we do open the Discord again this year. And also, if there ever happens to be a time where someone does not renew their subscription, I am moving people off the waiting list into the Discord a whole bunch earlier before we actually open up. So again, another reason that if you're wanting to join the community, that you get on the wait list as soon as you can. All right, well, that's all we have time for today. Of course, as always, until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.